Welcome back, everybody, to Oxygen Not Included Spaced Out Edition in the Shire. So, in our last episode, we were building out our farm expansion, and we dug out this little section so that we can get rid of this chlorine so that it's not going to interfere with our growing plants. Because they don't like chlorine. I wonder why. Chlorine is only good for pools. We also set up our first power generator and our rock pressure so that we can pound away. The good thing is, since it's outside of the base, all of this, if it generates any heat, it will not impact this area. We will not impact our farms. So heat generation we're going to keep out of the base, which includes our research. Eventually we're going to have to remove this research. Now, one area that we are struggling on, not really, but we will be, is food. We've got 7 dupes, and we have nothing to make food with. So since we have power, we have to decide where do we want a food station, where can we put it, and I don't want it in the base, where it's going to generate heat. So I guess we put it down here. But where? This is our oxygen system, recycling system. So we could put it in this area. Let's do it. So we're gonna temporarily do a 7. We're gonna do this. We're gonna deconstruct this. It's just wrong placement. Oops. And then we're going to go ahead and we will put in a microbe musher here. And we're going to put in an electric grill here. And we have room for refrigerators. We will take our power wire and we will just attach it up. Cool. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to just create some initial mush bars. We're going to put lice loafs on forevers. And as soon as it has power, we can start making food, and that way this 8,000 cows won't be an issue. Of course, we've already got new food coming up. You can see it over here. But until we get rid of the chlorine, we're not going to be producing a whole lot more. So, this will be our... We're preparing. That's what we're doing. We're preparing. Oh, we can do our new research. All right, so we have our oxygen, our recycling system up for what we need for it anyways. Our next step... Well, I don't need this yet, so we're fine there. So, yeah, I guess what we're going to do is we're going to get our power systems. So we're going to get the sound amplifier, the smart battery first. We already have automation, I believe, right? Did we get that earlier? Yes, we did. So that means we can hook this, we can destroy this battery and put a smart battery and automate this so that we're not wasting coal. We're only burning the coal when we need to. So that would be smart. Alright, let's also look at our, where are we? Schedule. Yes. Do we have anybody that likes night? Not yet. Everybody's working days. Okay, that's okay. We'll keep them where they are right now. Once we get a couple more people, we'll probably create a second shift. So that way we can work through the night. That'll be smart. Alright. What else can we do here while we're waiting? Just looking around there, picking up copper so that we can do a little more construction on the wiring. We got one more wire, and this is online. So Sam is our cook. So we're going to come over here. We're going to say nobody can do cooking. Right? Sam was our cook. Athletics, machine, yeah, cuisine 2. For right now, he's our cook. He's not a great cook, but he will be. So he's always going to prioritize cooking. We can also go ahead and disallow all of this except for Pippin, who's our scientist. And then we also can go ahead and disallow decorating, right? We do have a decorator. It is Sam, isn't it? I'm blind. Creativity 3, yeah. So Sam can do decorating, but for right, well, we'll go ahead and put him in if we have anything. Right now, nobody's going to do attacking, just so that we don't get into any issues. Everything else is good. Yeah, we don't need to restrict anything else. Cool. Well, we're letting them build stuff. If you're not sure how priorities work, so priorities work in 2 levels. First of all, by default, a dupe will always do things that they love to do first. So if they have the little hearts on the skill screen, they'll always try to do those things. But also by default, dupes will always do what's considered as life support stuff, which is, you know, oxygen, food, you know, that type of thing. They'll always just automatically try to do that. But there's also this menu here where you can create prioritizations for specific items for specific dupes. As you can see, like we did, we can set it up here to where new dupes coming into the colony are set up to whatever you want them to do. And then you can give them strengths. And so the darker the box is, means the more they love to do it and the more skills they have in those areas. So that means like Mary here, you know, will always do tidying, will always do supplying, and will always do storing just because that's what she's good at. However, I could turn those off and disallow them. I could, you know, make it to where, you know, they're negative or whatever, and then she would have to prioritize other things instead. You don't necessarily have to mess with this a ton right off the bat early game, but later on you might have setups. For example, you might have a farm right here that it's all by itself. You have a dupe in it. Really all you want that dupe to do is farming with secondary storing, so he picks up the farm items and puts it in a transportation system, you know, one of the automated transportation systems that sends the food to the colony and keeps a little food for himself. And that's all he ever does. So you can lock him out of just doing other things so that he's always focused on things. And that's really how you can set your dupes up, you know, for kind of advanced and late game stuff. But early game, it's not much of a deal. It can help though. If you need to get certain things done and it's just not happening, check your skills and see, 1, is it disallowed and that's why they're not doing it? Or 2, are they not able to prioritize it? All right, so we got our griller up. We're gonna go ahead and just put everything on forever, which basically means that if it's available, they'll cook it. Now, here's the reason why. So, for example, we can create mush bars, right? And that's food. They can eat mush bars. But if I fry a mush bar, what it does is it increases it to 1,500 calories versus the original mush bar, which is only going to be set at 800 calories. So we're not quite doubling, but you know, we're adding 50% more calories just by frying it. So it improves the food. Same thing with, you know, the lice meal. They can eat this lice meal raw. However, we can also cook it into a lice loaf and it'll increase it by 500 calories. Or we can cook it into pickled meal and it'll increase it by 600 calories. So, you know, you can make decisions on how to improve your food and make it last longer just by cooking it into different things. Alright, we got a new dupe. Alright, what do we got? So, we got a binge eater, destructive, and binge eater. So we don't want the destructive person. That's fine, they weren't that great. Over here, medicine, construction, and strength. Immune to food poisoning, that's always good. Can't do science, or decrease science, and cannot do attacking, not a big deal. So we could go here and at least have a doctor, or we can get a doctor over here. The issue here is that we are a plant murderer. We can't do anything with machinery, and we can't do much with construction. So, I mean, ideally, if we want to do, we should take Turner here. But you know what? we're just going to take the brine. I think we can wait and do better. We're not, it's not like, oh, we need dupes right now, eventually. But so let's just take some brine. We got a dupe in our last episode, Eowyn, right at the end. So that's okay. We might have another chance here before this episode ends as well. We can always use this brine for a water lock somewhere when we need to set that up. Alright, looks like these are growing better. Here, can you guys just finish that? I hate unfinished things. Unfinished business. Just there. Get these things done. Alright, speaking of goods, we can deconstruct this. We can also pull up this plant, uproot. That way we can put in our tiles. I guess we don't need it on 7. Let's change that. We need to grab this plant as well. You're in the way, Frodo. Can't grab the plant. There it is. Uproot that plant. So this is where our oxygen recycling system is going to come into play. Now, of course, we need water, so we really can't do a lot with it, but we can start setting it up. So there will be a refinement, which is going to be the water sieve, which will stick here, so we need to deconstruct this as well. It's in the way. So that means we can plan our... Nope. Carbon skimmer first. So carbon skimmer is going to go here. The water sieve is going to go here. And we will have the new piping in a moment. And so we can put the piping and start working on things. Nobody's doing this. Didn't we give someone science? Researching. Yeah, Pippin. But Pippin's running power. Why are you running power? You don't need to do that. We have a power system, Pippin. If I can select the power system, disable. We don't need that. We wanted it in case of an emergency, but we can get rid of that. I see why there's no power is because this isn't burning anything. But now it'll burn stuff. They are putting coal in it. We need, there we go. Someone with good carrying capability got in there and filled the machine. That's good. Hey, there's some free food here. If you guys dig that out, you can grab this free food. There you go. See how easy that was? Extra food. Alright, we can put in the rest of the floor for here, too. Cool. Excellent, excellent. We completed our research, so that means we can come up and all the way up to the top. Got our power system. I want this so that we can get the better farming. Yep. Alright, so we can put a smart battery in now. So that means we need to destroy this battery because we're going to put it right here. So let's deconstruct that battery. Deconstruct. Construct that battery. Let's get automation. And let's do that. Excellent. That way we'll be able to automate this. We won't waste coal when we don't need it. And it'll be hooked up to this other system as well, so we won't waste anything there as well. That's good. That's really good. And hey, there's free food over here. Let's dig this out so that we can get to this. And harvest these foodsies. Okay, and we're doing the other tile for farming and refrigerators so that we can set up this farm and grow bristle blossoms. Now that we have a power system, we can hook up power to the light bulb and we can get this going. We need irrigation for it, though, so we need this tank dug out. That will be an important thing to do, is to dig out that tank. So I guess that means we should probably work on getting water into the tank and getting this tank ready. So let's do this. Actually, yeah, okay, we're fine. All right, they'll start working on the tank. Now we can drain part of this water in, so we can finish this wall, and therefore seal in our water source. So we're going to deconstruct that, because we're going to put a ladder down here so that we can dig these out and get this floor done. We can leave a gap, like right here, and we can dig that out so that all of this water we can drain in, and then we'll be able to just dig this part out, and that water will drain in. Then we can come up here and we can grab this water and bring it straight down as well, and we can grab all this water by just coming this way with it. So let's prep these systems of where we're going to grab water from. So we would need to come to this level and then go this way. We won't, in case they get ahead of themselves, we won't plan it yet. And then of course we've already got this planned, but it means we'll have to dig this out and dig that out as well, so that the water will flow and come down. Cool. That'll work. And then of course we'll dig this out as well, and then we'll grab this, and that water will flow down as well. Cool. That'll give us quite a bit of water. Later we can pump this water out into it as well, because we'll set up a pump down here, and before we activate this power system, we'll just drain all this water out, because by then this will be sealed up. So that'll work. Planning. All right, so they're working on that. They're continuing working on this so that we'll have plenty of refined metals for our power systems. This is built, so we can set this at 80 and 20. You can set these at different levels, but 80-20 I have found has been really good. Basically what it means is that when the battery reaches 20%, any power systems, power generators will start up, and when it reaches 80%, power systems will deactivate. Normally, it's not at 100 because it takes a moment for the power system to deactivate, so it still starts pushing power into it, and potentially, if you wait till 100, it'll shut off, but there's then leftover power that's wasted, it's lost. So if you leave a little buffer there, then it's not lost as much. Meanwhile, we need to get a little bit more food to stay ahead until we get our farms going, so let's just, you know, cook. We'll do that. Good, we're growing well over here. We can also take our hydroponic farms and start planting. This is going to be our first bristle blossom farm. So we'll do that. That it doesn't need to be a priority 7 though, so there we go. In fact, we're gonna cancel this center section here. I'm just planning ahead, meaning, hey, dig out the top, build the farm, and then dig in the middle. Oops, we still got our stuff on priority 6 or priority 7. We'll change that. All right. What is it? It's nighttime? Oh, how dare you. Let's speed it up through the night. We still got a few minutes before the end of this episode. We might as well take advantage of it. Oh, it's already daytime. How about that? Okay. So we can start planning out our research, which basically means we can start getting our power systems ready. Let's get our fossil fuels. Then we'll get these. We'll also go ahead and grab our refined renovations. And we'll grab this one right here, our insulated liquid pipes. And our insulated gas pipes. That way we can control temperature. Those are our next priorities. So lots to research. What else do we have? Not much. We can't really do a whole lot right now. It's just a matter, we've got a lot planned. I don't have the insulated pipe yet, so I don't want to put in the piping system. We haven't collected the gold yet, so can't put in those items. We will need gold to build the power system and everything. So we might as well just move that up, since we can dig and gas won't escape. Let's get it out of there. We can also get this analyzed so that we know its cycle. It looks like it's offline right now, so it might be dormant, which is fine, but we'll figure it out. We're probably going to need some more copper soon, so we might as well dig some of this copper out in different places. And coal. We're always happy to get more supplies. Looks like I dug this out, but I didn't dig this out. Or planned it, so we'll just tag that as well, so that when they get to it, that's good. Yeah, we got so much to do. So I guess they'll just keep plugging away at it. Excellent. Hey, we got a skill. Cool. Pippin. Good. We need the field research so that you can research that vent once we have access. And that'll give us, you know, what its cycle is. So we'll do that. Cool. It'll also increase the speed of your research capability up here, which is always good too. Excellent. Excellent, as they say. I'm sure they don't say that in the Shire. They say good day. Good morning. Right? Isn't that what Bilbo kept saying, is good morning? Which also meant goodbye. And everything else in between. Alright. Well, I think we've made good progress for this episode. We've got some systems planned. Our main progress was this right here with our smart battery. Very smart, you know. And of course, expansion of our farm area was completed for our meal lice. And we planned out getting our water system up and running, which will give us the better bathrooms, will give us oxygen purification, you name it. I am excited for the progress we have made. In the next episode, our goal is to get more of our research taken care of so that we are able to move forward in the development of our colony. So thank you everybody for joining me today, and we shall see you then.